0 o'clock. Have you ever crossed the bridge and wondered about the story it holds? From a simple log across a stream to colossal steel marvels spanning miles of water. Bridges are more than just structures. They are the arteries of our civilization, the silent witnesses to history, and the physical embodiment of human connection and ambition. Today, we're embarking on a journey through time to uncover the incredible story of bridges. 030. Our story begins in nature itself. The very first bridges weren't built, they were found. A fallen tree trunk over a creek, a series of stepping stones in a shallow river, or a natural stone arch carved by wind and water. Early humans saw these natural crossings and learned. They began to imitate nature, laying logs and lashing vines together to overcome the small obstacles in their path. The purpose was simple: survival. To find food, to escape danger, to reach new hunting grounds. These weren't feats of engineering, but they were the first crucial steps. 110. The real revolution in bridge building came with the rise of great empires. The Romans, masters of engineering and logistics, understood that to rule a vast territory, they needed to move armies and goods quickly and reliably. Their solution? The stone arch bridge. Using principles they perfected, the Romans constructed bridges of incredible strength and durability. They used wooden frameworks, or centering, to support the stones during construction. The final keystone, placed at the very top of the arch, locked all the other stones into place, using the force of gravity to create a structure that was immensely strong. 154. Roman aqueducts, like the magnificent Ponte du Gard in France, were essentially long bridges for carrying water, showcasing their mastery of the arch. Many Roman bridges are still standing and even in use today, 2,000 years later, testament to their genius. With the fall of the Roman Empire, much of this knowledge was lost in Europe for a time. Bridge building became more localized, often managed by religious orders who would build and maintain bridges for pilgrims, sometimes collecting tolls. 230. The medieval period saw the rise of iconic bridges that were more than just crossings. They were bustling centers of life. Think of the Old London Bridge, or the Ponte Vecchio in Florence. These weren't just stone pathways. They were lined with houses, shops, and even chapels. They were vibrant, chaotic, and essential parts of the city. Crossing a bridge was an experience, a journey through a miniature, self-contained community, suspended over the water. These structures were feats of immense labor, often taking decades, or even centuries, to complete. 310. During the Renaissance, a renewed interest in science, mathematics, and classical design sparked innovation. Minds like Leonardo da Vinci sketched designs for bridges that were centuries ahead of their time, exploring new forms and materials. However, the next truly giant leap in bridge engineering had to wait for a new material, a material that would define the modern age: iron. 340. The Industrial Revolution in the 18th century changed everything. Suddenly, we had a new material that was stronger and more versatile than stone or wood. In 1779, in a quiet corner of England, the world's first major iron bridge was erected. Aptly named the Iron Bridge, it was a revelation. It used the principles of carpentry but applied them to cast iron, creating a lighter, more elegant structure than any stone bridge could be. It was a symbol of a new industrial age, proving that iron could be used to build on a scale never before imagined. The 20 iron opened the door, and steel blew it wide open. The development of cheap, mass-produced steel in the mid-19th century was the catalyst for the golden age of bridge building. Steel was lighter than iron, yet far stronger and more flexible. This allowed engineers to dream bigger, to span wider gaps, and to build higher than ever before. This era gave us two iconic bridge types that dominate our skylines today: the suspension bridge and the cantilever bridge. 455. The suspension bridge is a masterpiece of tension. Think of the Golden Gate Bridge or the Brooklyn Bridge. Massive steel cables are draped over towering pylons, with smaller vertical cables dropping down to hold the bridge deck. The entire weight of the roadway is elegantly suspended, hanging from these main cables, which are anchored securely on both ends. The Brooklyn Bridge, completed in 1883, was a wonder of its time. It was the first to use steel cables, and 4 years was the longest suspension bridge in the world. It connected the then separate cities of Brooklyn and Manhattan, forever changing the destiny of New York City. 540. Then there's the cantilever bridge, a marvel of balanced engineering. A cantilever is a structure that is anchored at only one end. A diving board is a simple example. A cantilever bridge works by balancing two cantilevers, reaching out from opposite piers, often with a central truss section connecting them. Scotland's magnificent Forth Bridge, completed in 1890, is the quintessential example. Its massive, powerful steel frame was built to withstand the strongest winds and carry the heaviest trains. It became a powerful symbol of Scottish and British engineering prowess. 622, but these incredible advancements didn't come without failures. The history of bridge building is also a story of learning from disaster. The T Bridge collapse in Scotland in 1879, where an entire train plunged into the river during a storm, was a tragic lesson in the effects of wind load. Even more famous is the collapse of the Tacoma Narrows Bridge in 1940, nicknamed Galloping Gertie the Sleek. Modern suspension bridge began to twist and ripple violently in a moderate wind, eventually tearing itself apart. 7 o'clock, the dramatic film of its collapse, became a mandatory lesson for every engineering student. It taught us about aerodynamics and harmonic resonance in a way no textbook ever could. These failures, while tragic, led to crucial safety improvements, more rigorous testing, and a deeper understanding of the complex forces that bridges must endure. Every new bridge built today stands on the lessons learned from the ones that fell. 733 beyond their engineering brilliance. Bridges have always been powerful agents of cultural and economic change. They conquer geography, turning week-long journeys into afternoon drives. They link isolated communities to the wider world, bringing new goods, new ideas, and new opportunities. The Silk Road wasn't just a desert path. It was a network of roads, mountain passes, and crucial bridges that allowed silk from China to reach Rome, and ideas to flow in both directions. 808, when a bridge connects to formerly separate lands. It does more than just move traffic. It merges cultures. It creates new economic zones. The Rison Bridge, a stunning combination of bridge and tunnel connecting Denmark and Sweden, has created a dynamic, integrated metropolitan region. People live in one country and work in the other, sharing cultures and economies. The bridge didn't just cross a strait. It created a new, shared identity. 842 today, engineers continue to push the boundaries of what's possible. We're building longer, stronger, and smarter bridges. The Dunkin-Changram Bridge in China is an astonishing 102 miles long. We're using new composite materials that are lighter and more resistant to corrosion. Bridges are being fitted with sensors that monitor their structural health in real time, allowing for predictive maintenance. We're even designing them to be more aesthetically pleasing and environmentally friendly. 920, from a fallen log to a 100-mile viaduct. The story of bridges is the story of humanity. It's a story of overcoming obstacles, of connecting with one another, and of reaching for the seemingly impossible. They are symbols of hope, monuments to our ingenuity, and the vital lifelines of our interconnected world. The next time you cross a bridge, take a moment, look at the cables, the arches, the beams. You're not just crossing a river, you're traveling across centuries of human ambition and innovation. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this journey through history inspiring, please hit the like button and subscribe for more stories about how we've shaped our world. See you next time.